Well, one of the first questions anyone has when they go in to meet with a financial advisor is, am I ready to retire? Am I there? What is it going to take to get there? Well, not everyone has the confidence it takes to retire. So we're going to talk about some of those discussions that take place at Faith 401k and money management and talk about how you can truly determine whether or not you're ready to retire. Welcome in to Dollars with Dennis. Glad to have you once again on the show. I'm Ben George with Dennis Hort, Faith 401k and money management. And Dennis, I know you meet with a lot of people. You probably get a lot of questions, but I'm sure the common theme for most people coming in is, hey, Dennis, can I retire? When am I going to be ready to retire? It probably comes up quite a bit, right?
Every day. Every day.
And
And
hopefully
some
you're
people a little sooner than others.
Yeah, hopefully you're doing the proper planning to get there. But if you're watching this video and hadn't started planning, we're going to kind of talk through that. And again, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're going to talk about a number of different financial planning topics, some of the foundational topics that drive the planning at Faith 401k. That's kind of what we're going through early on here, but we'll get into some other stuff too. But the best thing you can do is subscribe so you'll be alerted whenever a new video comes out. But Dennis, today, I want to talk a little bit about this idea of, are you ready to retire? Because I know there are a lot of people that reach that retirement age, whatever that number is. I know 65, commonly what most people think of or target, and they say they don't want to retire. When you see this, when you get to this point and you work with somebody like this, is it because they enjoy their job truly that much and don't want to retire because they want to keep working? Or do you feel like it's more of a defense mechanism because maybe they haven't done the planning and they aren't quite sure where they stand?
Most of the time, it's probably the latter. They're not sure where they stand, so they're still thinking they're going to work because they haven't figured out whether they can retire or not. And and sometimes it's emotional. So I think we tend to put a lot of faith in our work and our paychecks that come in. And if we're not doing that, what are we going to do with ourselves? What's next? And that is the emotional side of it's just as important as the financial side for sure.
Yeah, no, you got to try to balance both of those. I know those are two things that you do work with people on. And I know for those people that, I guess, on one side of the coin are financially in a position to retire, maybe they have done a good job planning, good job saving, good job investing, but they lack that confidence. Where do you think that lack of confidence come from? Is it just because they don't have a plan or a purpose? Where do you think that stems from, the root of that concern?
Yeah, I think that's inside a little false confidence because just having some money doesn't mean you have enough money. Do we ever know if we have enough money with inflation, with taxes going up all the time? How do we know in our minds, in our hearts, that we have enough to get there? So that coming in and having your financial statements, having your bank statements, having your budget in order, we can put those into process to say, okay, if you do that here, this is going to work. And sometimes we'll tell people they might want to work a little longer. Sometimes we can say you can retire now. I think this is the best of all scenarios. They're 65 or 67. We go through the process, and they're in great condition to be able to retire. We give them permission to retire, and they want to keep working. Then it's just another factor that when you have a bad day at work, you don't have to stay. So some people aren't in that position yet.
It's a lot more freeing when you can go into work and know that if I want to walk away today, I'll be fine. But if I want to continue working, that's great too. But I know, as you mentioned, you've had to tell some people, okay, maybe you're not quite in that position to retire yet. How often does that come up, and what does that conversation look like when somebody comes in ready to retire? Dennis, I want to step away. I'm tired of work. I'm tired of doing this grind every day. I want to retire. Can I do it? How do you kind of work through that conversation when you look at their money and look at where they stand and they aren't truly ready to step away?
Yeah, those are tough conversations, and that's what we have to do. So thinking that they didn't save enough or they still have too many bills. Is it a health concern? Those kind of things. Are they able to work? But really saying, and everybody, if you going to go into Social Security, the longer you wait for Social Security, up till 70, the higher the monthly payment is. So there's different strategies to get them more comfortable. But if they don't have enough money, that's a tough conversation. And we got to look at the best options to get them there. And sometimes it's working longer, and that's not what anybody wants to do for the most part.
Do you find that most people are working longer than maybe they used to? I know it seems like more and more people are working well into their 60s, into their 70s quite a bit. And I guess with the way, technology is set up and the options that are available to us, there's more opportunities maybe than there used to be 25 years ago.
Yeah, I think our parents wanted to work 30 years, get to 55 or 60, be able to retire and walk out and so forth. But if you're going to live to 95, if you're working 30 years, how do you save enough money to last 30, 35 years? That's a tough tale to get through. So people are healthier. We are living longer. So the opportunity to work longer is better. Our unemployment rate is really tremendous in the United States right now. So there's the opportunity to have gainful employment to a later date for sure. I've seen a couple of football coaches coming back to work at age 72, 73. Are they crazy to do that? So working longer is an option. Making sure that you get the most out of Social Security by doing that, and then getting any debt paid down quicker, it takes sacrifice. Sometimes we have to have those hard conversations. It's not right or wrong. It's just how do we get there?
Right, exactly. So talk us kind of through some of the process there at Faith 401k and Money Management. I guess if you want to learn more, 401k.faith, you can learn more about the process and kind of get a better understanding of how they help clients. But for someone that comes in, Dennis, that's not quite ready, what are some of the strategies or some of the planning processes that you put in place for them to kind of help them get closer and ultimately reach that goal of retirement?
Yeah, so we're going to gather information. We're going to have conversations about what they want to do, what retirement looks like to them, where they are in their financial position. Do they have 401ks? Do they have pensions? Is it Social Security only? What's their bank account look like? And what is their debt level? And we can take those pieces and put them all together for them in a written plan. So once we have it together over a 2-3 meeting sessions, they can go away and say, okay, I'm good to go. Okay, I'm not good to go. And those are the two choices. And if I'm not good to go, what can I do to get there? And how long is that going to take? Once we have it in place, I think it's pretty exciting. Like the people last night that have been coming 3 or 4 years in a row, their numbers are in place. We just update them on an annual basis to make sure the pitfalls along the way didn't throw them off. The inflation didn't throw them off. The fear of layoffs right now. There's people hearing about layoffs and around. Is that going to affect their job? And how do we get through that if that happens? And so there's a lot to consider.
Yeah,
that's our job.
I know there is. And again, you can learn more about the process, 401k.faith. And I know, Dennis, too, maybe some people that lack that confidence. And, part of it is scary knowing, okay, I'm close to retirement or close to the day I want to retire. I hadn't done a lot of planning. It's never truly too late, is it, right? I mean, I know obviously it's ideal to start earlier and you have a lot more options ahead of you doing it that way, but you can still come in close to retirement. You might not be able to retire as soon as you want, but there is a plan you can put in place to help someone know, okay, you're going to be okay once you get to that point.
There's a ton of peace and confidence in knowing, good, bad, or ugly. If you have somebody like us telling you, here's where you are, here's where you can make this work, just knowing the numbers and how you get there is huge for most people because they don't know, and they're just trying to go it alone without a professional to help them, and that's what we're here for.
Very good. Well, again, 401k.faith. When you're there, you'll be able to schedule a time to meet with Dennis. You can contact him. A lot of videos you can go through and watch, but we'd appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and go through some of the videos we've produced here. And if you have some thoughts for us, feel free to reach out to Dennis. But again, you want to know, good, bad, or ugly, as Dennis put it, where you stand truly and how good a position you are for retirement. The best way to do that is to sit down with a financial professional like Dennis and the team there at Faith 401k and Money Management to help you figure that out. So hopefully you're in a better position than you think you are, but the best way to truly figure that out is to work with a professional. So Dennis, thanks for taking us through this. Any final thoughts?
Don't be afraid of the process. We'll get you there. It's easy for us. Might not be for you. Don't be afraid of it. Let's just make it happen.
I like that. It's not a right thing. It's not a wrong thing. It's a God thing, as you like to say there. So we appreciate your time, Dennis. And thanks again for watching this episode. Please subscribe. We'll talk to you again on the next video. Take care.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Osaic Wealth, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Osaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth.